What is up? It is time for another episode of the Cup or Flop series where we go through every NHL team and we have 3 years to win a Stanley Cup. Right now, we're not batting the best average, if I'm being honest here. I think we've done it 2 times, one time with the Carolina Hurricanes and one time with the Calgary Flames. So, next up on the list, as we're going in alphabetical order, is the Chicago Blackhawks. So once upon a time, it was a point where they could never lose a Stanley Cup. But nowadays, everyone's getting a little bit older, kind of going through a little bit of a retooling or a little bit of a rebuild, if you want to say that. But let's take a look at the roster here. So let's go roster moves of the Chicago Blackhawks. And they are currently listed as conservative sellers. So let's go take a look and set up by their goaltender right away. So in the cage, this is a little bit of an older patch. It looks like we have Marc-Andre Fleury still. Maybe I'll trade him to the Minnesota Wild to make it a little bit more realistic. But Marc-Andre Fleury, 86 overall. A great goaltender. Probably not going to stick around, unfortunately. And then Kevin Lankinen, who isn't terrible, but 80 overall. 26 years old, medium French starter. Probably not the answer, as remember, we only have 3 years to do this, so it's kind of a quick, you got to get good players right away. We have Colin Delia, who 27 years old, not going to be anything. So goaltending definitely has a question mark for sure. It's almost like we probably will keep Marc-Andre Fleury and hope we can get it done with him. But defensively, Seth Jones, Connor Murphy. So Seth Jones, probably our best player on the team outside Patrick Kane. 86 overall, pretty low I find. Medium top 4, probably should be a medium elite, but 6'4", 213. He's going to be a big piece of this team. Connor Murphy, not the greatest. Calvin DeHaan, once again, not the greatest. Jake McCabe, not the greatest. And Eric Gustafson, again, not the greatest. Caleb Jones, hopefully we can get him to grow a little bit, but not the best defensive core either. This is probably one of the worst teams that we've done it with. But we got Ian Mitchell, 22 overall. Wyatt Kalynuk. 2 defenseman prospects. They're not the greatest here, but Nicholas Bodine might have potential of being in that top 6 soon. No superstar X Factors coming up, which is very unfortunate. But we have some decent prospects that might be able to make a difference in here. The one I'm looking at most is probably going to be Nicholas Bodin, as he is medium top 4. If I just bring him back up here, Bodin. Medium top 4, 21 years old. So year 1 is definitely going to be a wash. We're trying to fail year number 1 so we can move on and potentially get a high draft pick and then move on that way and see what we can do there. So clearing up some salary cap. So those are our defensemen. For the time being, I honestly might bring Bodine up. I'm going to bring Bodine up. Bring Stillman down, I think. Let me see Stillman. We'll keep Stillman up. We'll get rid of Gustafson for sure. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so who can we bring down? I think I might bring down Stillman. Yeah, I'll bring down Stillman for now. And we'll keep Bodine up on the roster. So let's take a look at the forwards here on the team. So Patrick Kane, 90 overall. Alex DeBrincat, yeah, okay, I was going to say he better be a superstar X Factor. The year he had last year was incredible. He's following it up this year with another great year. He's going to be a really good player in the league to come. Patrick Kane, you don't have to say anything about him. Everyone knows what Patrick Kane brings to the table. I mean, over a point per game almost every year he's playing. So he's definitely an absolute beast. One of the best American-born players ever. So love Patty Kane. Jonathan Toews, making a lot of money. So 10.5, it wouldn't be realistic to trade him, but we might have to move on from him. Just 82 at 10.5 mil. It's not even a superstar X Factor, not even the natural born leader, which is kind of concerning. Kirby Dach on the squad, 6'4", 20 years old, 82 overall. So hopefully we can get him to grow. Dominic Kubalik. Who else do we got here? Tyler Johnson. And this team is just kind of, it's missing a lot of pieces. But the good thing is, if you look at the bottom there, we have a lot of salary. Oh, we don't have a lot of salary cap. I misread that. Only 3.6 mil. So I think the first thing we got to do is make some moves. Tyler Johnson, you got to go for sure. Strome, hopefully we can get him to grow a little bit, but I doubt it. Kubalik, how long we have him. 3 year or 1 year. That's completely fine. So Taze looks like one of the options that has to go. Patty Kane, we will keep on the roster, but I'm going to go, let's go best lines here. And let's take a look at our edit line, just kind of see what we're working with here. But I'm probably going to make, normally I don't make too many big moves in the offseason or before the first season ends. But I'm going to make a couple moves here, I think. Probably going to get rid of, where is Johnny Taze? Am I blind? Is he, oh, he's scratched? Wow. So Taze is even scratched, and Dylan Strome. Okay, so we're going to have to make some moves. Adam Gaudette is on the Ottawa Senators now, so we'll probably move him off too. But I'm going to go take a look, see what I can do, and I'll find you if I have any trades to report. Crazy thing is, Jonathan Taze is the second lowest trade value player on our entire team, which is absolutely insane from the career he's had. I mean, he's never been the craziest point guy, but 815 points in 943 games and coming off of 60 points in 70 games. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. He's going to be hard to move. I'm going to try moving Jonathan Taze and Sorella for Tage Thompson. Doesn't go through, but I think it's pretty close. I think we can get this to go through. I don't want to trade Alex Nylander. Let's see. Anyone else that I would be willing to get rid of? Don't want to get rid of Dylan Strome. I can give him this guy and maybe a later pick, 2/6, for Tage Thompson. Basically, this is just trying to get rid of Jonathan Taze on the team. I do wish him the best. Send him to Buffalo, so that's a little bit mean of me, but we got to make some moves here. And I'm going to look at some other salary cap dumps here. DeBrincat Jones and Tyler Johnson is kind of the next one up for me. So I'm going to try moving Tyler Johnson as well. Again, another player with absolutely no trade value. Can I just send him to here? We won't send him there. Any other team we could send him. Columbus doesn't want him. No other team. The Rangers. The Rangers want him. And the Sens. Maybe I can get something from the Sens here. The Ottawa Senators. Should I continue the trend of getting what's his face? Where is he? Where's Connor Brown? Oh, there he is, Connor Brown. Trade value is just a little bit too high there. Nora Zub. I always make a trade with the Sens, so I'm gonna actually go to the Rangers here and try seeing if we can make a deal with the New York Rangers. Jacob Trouba. Yeah, you're making a little bit too much money for me to even consider that. Lafreniere. Blake Goudreau, Sammy Blais, just nothing here really kind of standing out, unfortunately. This guy might be potentially good. Lundqvist, Miles Lundqvist, but again, we're not going to get much for the player that we are offering up, so I'm just going to try getting maybe a 6th, kind of just get him off the team. What New York Rangers would have more than 50. Okay, we need a player. We need a player on the squad. Okay, who is it going to be? Who is the lucky team that gets to take on the contract of Tyler Johnson? Sammy Blais. I actually kind of maybe might go Sammy Blais here, if possible. Trade rejected. Okay. It's going to be harder than expected. 7th and a 4th. I probably shouldn't be giving up. Okay. I might just have to go Ottawa. I don't really have a choice here. A 7th. I need a 7th. Trade him for a 7th. Tyler Johnson. This is taking a little bit longer than I anticipated, but Pittsburgh can't afford him. St. Louis can't afford him. Tampa can't afford him. Can't afford. I need someone who can afford him. Anaheim. Anaheim, just take him, boys. Just take him for a 6th. There it is. Another move gone through. It's not looking good. We don't have a first-round pick. That's not good. We do not have our first-round pick this year. Who has our first-round pick? Okay, that changes everything. That changes everything here. Okay, I'm going to have to make some moves. I'll get back to you guys in a second. I found out who has our first-round pick. It is the Columbus Blue Jackets. I completely forgot about this. Yeah, so we're definitely not going to get that pick back as that trade value is incredibly high. It looks like this time we might have to rebuild through free agency. So kind of just saving as much money as we can and then going that route because we don't have a lot of trade value on our team. It is tough for us to make any moves right here. Can I try getting any players here? Gustav Nyquist, don't want. Discard all these trades. Just kind of looking here to see if there's anyone with super low trade value that we can try acquiring, but it is not looking good. This first year might be bad. I think we might be the worst team in the NHL this year, but we're gonna have to build through free agency and kind of go that way. It looks like we do have a second round pick that we will keep. Any players? Jacob Trouba's got that crazy contract. Money isn't an issue, so that's one good thing that we have going on here. Josh Norris would be nice. Not a superstar X Factor, even though he's having a great year. No, nothing here. JVR, Malkin. Wow, this one is probably going to be the toughest one yet. I would say this one, this cup or flop, is proving to be the toughest one yet. Year one's definitely in the books, but I'm kind of just going to go through not finding anyone with low trade value that we would even become close to offering a deal to. Tanner Pearson maybe, but I mean his deal's not the greatest, so not even worth even going through or trying to make that trade. Washington, nothing. Pierre-Luc Dubois would be nice, but can't get that done either. Cobb has really high trade value, to be fair here. Kyle Connor, one of the best goal scorers in the entire NHL, but does not get credit for it. Nate Schmidt. Yeah, so it looks like year one might just be a tough one. I'm going to edit the lines. I'll show you guys the lines when I'm ready. I didn't talk about the forward prospects, but Alexander Nylander, probably one of our best prospects, but again, one of the guys who's not a superstar X Factor. Anyone else here? Brent Connolly, Mike Hardman, Hunter Gibbons, who actually signed in free agency somehow, so we will definitely take him. He'll probably play on the roster this year. We need him to grow as quick as possible. Reese Johnson, but it looks like other than that, no good prospects. So there is a lot of things that need to be done for this team. They don't have a future. They don't have a present. So Chicago, your fans, you won a couple cups, which is good, but looks like that's where it's going to end, but I'm going to continue editing the rosters. All right, year one might look a little scary, but here's the roster. We got Alex DeBrincat, 5'7", 165, 23 years old, basically my size. Kirby Dach will be playing first line center, and then Patrick Kane. So the first line's actually not terrible. We would like to see Dach a higher overall, but hopefully he can grow with that high top six playing between two really good players. Second line, we got Philip Kurashev, Hunter Gibbons, and Alexander Nylander, a bunch of youngins who hopefully can get some sort of growth spurt on that second line. Third line, we got Adam Gaudette, Dylan Strome, and Tage Thompson. In the fourth line, Brandon Hagel, Ryan Carpenter, and Dominic Kubalik. Hagel is pretty low overall for how good he actually played and the return that he got. So who would have thought that this player at this point in time would be good for 2 first overall picks, but our first round picks, not first overall. And then defensively, Caleb Jones playing with Seth Jones. We got that brother connection on the first line. They don't actually look that similar though. Pretty sure they're brothers. And then we got Nicholas Bodine, Connor Murphy, Jake McCabe, and Calvin DeHaan. Goaltenders, we're keeping Marc-Andre Fleury, and then Kevin Lankinen in the back end. So let's simulate year number one. We're going to fly through it. We're not expecting too much to go well in this year. And I'll see you guys at the end of the year where we're going to make some big moves in this offseason, I think. I don't know how we did it, but somehow we make the Stanley Cup playoffs in year number one. Patrick Kane must have had a big year. Something must have been going well, but in our last 10, 9-1-0, so turning up before entering the playoffs. Let's go take a look at how this happened. So DeBrincat, 100 points playing on that first line, lights it up. And where do we finish? So 99 points, 1 point out of a divisional spot. That's crazy. So we do get a wild card spot. Thankfully, avoid playing the Colorado Avalanche. But scoring 3.41 goals per game, letting in 3.28. So not bad. Our numbers they're not the greatest. Power play is not good. Penalty kill is not good. Home ice were fantastic. On the road we're terrible, but 9-1 the last 10. I mean, I'm impressed. I thought there was absolutely no chance that we made the playoffs here. But Gibbons, wow. 71 points in 82 games as a rookie at 75 overall. That's impressive. Nylander, 57, Seth Jones, Tage Thompson, Brandon Hagel, Kurisev, who is also playing on that second line, didn't really get too much going, but Gibbons, wow, our MVP, Patty Kane 98, Kirby Dach 77, so that first line really had a good year. Kurisev, Donnelly, Caleb Jones, just everyone kind of chipped in. Impressive. I am genuinely impressed that we made the Stanley Cup playoffs in year number 1. I was expecting us to be one of the worst teams, but McDavid leads the way, Panarin, Matthews, then DeBrincat, so we were right up there, and I kind of want to see, where is it? Rookie skaters. Trevor Zegras put up 87 points, so he will definitely win the Calder Trophy. Seth Jarvis, Dawson Mercer, but there you go, Hunter Gibbons. We signed him from free agency, so probably our best signing. I mean, simple as that. Cole Sillinger, Lucas Raymond, a lot of good players in here. Michael Bunting somehow is a free agent, even though he's played 1 year there, 1 year there. I mean, basically his 4th year in the league, so I don't know how that works, but who knows, right? But not too bad. We're in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I was not expecting this, and we got Anaheim in round number 1, which isn't the craziest matchup here, so let's start simulating here. Game 1, we're up 2-0. Up 2-0, win 2 games on the road, make that 3-0 over the Ducks, and we have 4 chances to advance to round number 2 in an improbable season. First period, 0-0. Second period, Anaheim scores 3, but we get 1. So looks like Evander Kane is now on the the Anaheim Ducks. Kevin Shattenkirk and Hampus Lindholm. We get one from Hunter Gibbons, who is a steal for us. Third period, just kind of quick simming that. So we lose 4-2 there to make the series 3-1, but I'm not too nervous yet. I'm going to quick simulate this one, hopefully get some more luck like last time. 5-1, so a 3-2 series now, and there it is. We're able to close out the Anaheim Ducks in 6 games to move on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, where we meet Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, and the Edmonton Oilers, who didn't have a great year. To be fair, their year wasn't the greatest, but Patrick Kane leading the way, 11 points in 6 games so far. Let's get into the next series here. Round 2 versus Edmonton. Can the miracle run of the Chicago Blackhawks keep up here? 1-1 series, down 2-1 now. Come on, big game, lose that one. We're down 3-1, and Edmonton didn't have a good year, but 7-1 in the playoffs so far. They're a tough team to match up against. We get goals from Nylander, Patty Kane. Second period, they score 3 straight. Kyle Turris, Fogle, and Yamamoto, and then we end up losing this game the series in 4 or 5. We got cleaned up by Edmonton, but we don't have a first round pick, so I really don't care, to be honest. So that's probably one of the best case scenarios. All of our players get to grow a little bit since they were all lighting up, especially Hunter Gibbons, and Washington ends up winning the Stanley Cup this year. We don't have a first round pick, so it doesn't really matter to us. We don't have anyone's first round, so I don't really mind scanning that any players retired from our team. Jason Spezza calls it a career, 4 points shy of that 1,000 point marker. I wish he would have stayed around to get there, but that's completely okay. Chicago Blackhawks, no one retires. What about goaltenders? Marc-Andre Fleury, thank God. I think Fleury was a big part in how we played that year, and definitely got to keep him around. So the NHL entry draft here. Who's going to be first overall? Shane Wright. And there it is, Shane Wright. Let's simulate to our next pick, 54. Don't know what we're going to get here. Is there any gems? No gems available. So we got to go to scouting rank and kind of, get lucky here. So we got Jordan Gustafson. Not a terrible player. Simon Forsmark. This guy's a superstar X Factor. This guy right here. They're saying at least. Okay. Who I kind of want to go with Forsmark because we don't have any defensemen and he might be good. I'm going Forsmark, but we want to see Pettinen and Nuklin. Forsmark, what are you? Top 4, okay, not bad, but 58 overall. Okay, what's Peslick? Where is he? Reynolds. Gusterson. Come on, Peslick, or Pennington. There he is. Okay, not terrible. Let's move to our next pick. We'll try getting another gem here. I doubt it. We got some stars, though. We got some stars. So, C-. Honestly, I'm just going to look for someone who gets a lot of points here. 19 and 31. That's not terrible. Anyone better than that? 19 and 31. See if we can get lucky. It's not looking. We can go in an A+ league, but I think I'm just going to go with the 19 and 31. Did I see a Superstar X Factor? There we go. Who's this guy? Where is he? Zach Stringer, a real-life player, 6'2", 181. Superstar X Factor potentially. Let's draft him. Maybe he's good, maybe not. Simulate the entire draft. Let's get into the Resign Stage and the offseason, which is probably going to be the biggest part of our entire franchise mode rebuild here, because although we made the playoffs, there's definitely some things that need to change with this team. I think everyone knows that. But there is a lot of contracts that we need to offer. There is a lot of contracts. And the first one is Kirby Dach. So let's actually go this way so we can see who we need to bring in. Okay, so do we want to bring in Kalynuk? Is he a two-way? I'll hold off on him. Caleb Jones, I would like to bring back. He wants a little bit of money, that guy, eh? Caleb Jones. What if you do that? So Caleb Jones, Johnson, don't want to bring back. Morrison. I'll bring back Morrison. Two-way, no problem. Chris, top 6. He probably won't play, but I'll bring him back as two-way to make the AHL team a little bit stronger. Kurisev, I think he was a 78, so up to an 80. It's pretty good growth there. We'll go 3 years. We'll offer him kind of basically what he wants. Hopefully he signs that. Adam Gaudette, if we can bring him back for a nice cheap contract, I'll do that as well. We're going to 2 years on him at $1.8 million. Don't even want to pronounce his name because I'll get it wrong. People will make fun of me, so I'm just going to give him that and let him go. Dominic Kubalik. We could bring him back, but I'm going to wait on him. Dylan Strome, again, some guy we could bring back, but might just end up waiting on him. We'll go offer him that. Alex Nylander. So this one might be a little bit more expensive. I just don't feel like he's that proven enough, you know? 2 years at 4.45. Criddle don't really care for, but we will bring him back. Actually, no, we won't bring him back. Kirby Dach. Okay, we need to bring back Kirby Dach. So Kirby Dach wants a pretty hefty deal here. How can we work the system to get him? Let's offer him a 2-year deal and go $6.2 million. Advance a day, see what everything says. Dylan Strome's back. Caleb Jones is back. Kurashev's back. Kirby Dach is back. Okay, so I got everyone I basically wanted. Now let's just kind of go through and make sure I didn't miss anyone. Oh, I got some UFAs I got to sign. Calvin DeHaan. I keep getting his name wrong. 2 mil. We got 18 mil. I'm going to wait on him. Also going to wait on him. No. None of these guys are really anything to me. Ginning, I'll bring back. I didn't think it was going to be a one-way deal, but happens to the best of us. And then Kalynuk. I'll bring back Kalynuk. Don't want Dominic Kubalik. We'll bring back Kubalik at that price. And then Marc-Andre Fleury, I think we got to bring back. Yes, we have to bring back Fleury. Can't not bring back. Oh, well, Fleury actually doesn't want that bad of a deal. I'll offer him exactly what he wants and see if he accepts that. Kubalik is not back. So I think we should bring back Kubalik. Let's try bringing back Kubalik. That's the last guy we need to sign here. So we'll go this way. Don't need yet. Actually, with Stringer, the Superstar X Factor, it turns out he's not a Superstar X Factor, which sucks, but that's okay. Don't need. Top 4, 50 overall. I can live without him, I think. And then Dominic Kubalik. So let's bring back Kubalik here. Actually, I'm going to restrict him as an RFA. And we'll go from there. Okay, let's go into the Resign Stage now. I didn't actually look at our goalies, so I probably should have done that too. But free agency, what do we have here for potential players to pick up? So let's go unrestricted. Actually, we'll go all. Because if we want Capo Caco, we could probably try trading for him and then offer him a contract. I don't think we want him. Okay, we got to make some moves here. So we have $14 million. Who should we bring in? I'm going to sort it by overall here. Johnny Gaudreau seems like a great pickup, to be honest. And Tony DeAngelo. If there was two people I would sign, it would be Tony DeAngelo. Maybe I'll try trading for Tony DeAngelo and then signing him. Johnny Gaudreau would be nice. Trying to think. I know we need more depth players too. So let's go a little bit further down here. Phil the Thrill Kessel, no. Maybe some two-way forwards. 5 mil. 3 mil for Dustin Brown, power forward. They keep going down a little bit here. Goligoski. Tough. There's not really any players that are standing really out to me right now. Timothy Liljegren. There's Kubalik. Sonny Milano. Zadorov, Calvin DeHaan. We do need a defenseman. So that is definitely something we need. So maybe we can find... it's tough. None of these guys are really, sticking out to me. They all want so much money too. Scumbags. I do want a player who's going to really elevate, though, that second line. And I think Johnny Gaudreau might be a good move. Can I bring in Johnny Gaudreau? He wants 6 years, so we'll give him 6. 6 years at 9.15. I'll offer him that. If he accepts, thank God. If not, nothing we can really do about that. We got Bertuzzi here. Who's this? Taj Bertuzzi? Can try. I mean, no point in not trying, right? Gardner, Mateos, Benson. Even Benson wouldn't be a bad move if we can pick him up for that fourth line. Sveshnikov, 78, Malgin, Mark Phillips. Goaltenders wise, Ilya Samsonov. I know we need a goaltender, so I'm kind of looking here, seeing what's available. Whoever this is should try getting a contract for me for sure. And then let's go to overall now. So Darcy Kemper, Tuukka Rask still here. Honestly, I might offer Tuukka Rask a contract or Koskinen. Let's go Tuukka Rask. Let's give him a contract here. Tuukka Rask, we'll give you 1 year. Or if I give you 2 years, you become a lot cheaper. So what if I go 2 years at $2.9 million, and we'll test that out. And then we want to try getting Tony DeAngelo. I think he'll be a really good player for our team. We need some more help defensively, so that might be a good position to try trading for. So the New York Rangers, Tony DeAngelo. Oh, is he an unrestricted free agent? He might be an unrestricted free agent. Okay, I did not expect that. What if I go here? Oh, they have Hayek, Capo Caco. Okay, so we can also offer Tony DeAngelo. Okay, let's go to free agency, and I'm going to offer Tony DeAngelo a contract. Tony DeAngelo, buddy. Overall, Tony DeAngelo. Thing is, he does want a lot of money, but if I bring that down to 4 years and I offer him 6 or 5.975, I think he might have. Oh, he's Carolina now. Okay. I gotta go to Carolina. I thought he was on the Rangers. My bad. Okay. So proposed trade. The offseason's huge here. Carolina. Can we get him? Tony DeAngelo. So I'm going to try offering Tony DeAngelo. So what would it take for Tony DeAngelo? Thinking like a second and a third and a fourth. Like, you guys aren't going to sign him. Okay, well, I'll try signing him again in the new season, and then we'll see what we can do. But similar to next season, let's see what happens. Tyler Benson goes to the Edmonton Oilers. Taj Bertuzzi signs with us. Mackinnon does not sign with us. He goes to LA, which is unfortunate. Johnny Cadreau goes to a different team as well. Tuukka Rask goes to a different team. And we have swung out miserably in this offseason. We didn't get anything. Now we definitely have to rethink our strategy here. So I'm thinking Brian Rust would not be a bad position to grab. Let's do 2 years for Rust. Looks like no one else wants him, so I'm going to try getting him a little bit cheaper. And I'm getting Malkin kind of standing out here. We need a defenseman, though. I got to focus more on the defenseman. Nick Leddy, maybe. Don't really like him, though. 31. Andre Kasha, restricted free agent. Derek Brassard, two-way forward. Salary's just too expensive for these bums. Andre Palat. Yeah, that's tough. Derek Brassard, 85 overall, two-way forward. Honestly, we'll offer Derek Brassard a deal. Just for 1 year, though. If he wants to come in, he can come in. We just need to kill that cap, so might as well use it. And then anyone else that we could potentially get. Ryan Murray. If I offer you, I'm thinking 1 or 2 years. I'm just going to offer him what he wants. And we'll see if any of those accept. Missed out on a couple big fish, but we're going to get a couple smaller players. Derek Brassard goes to the Ottawa Senators. Miss out on him. Ryan Murray goes to the Edmonton Oilers. Miss out on him. And Brian Rust, sorry for messing up your name twice. Thank you for accepting a contract. No one else wants to accept a contract. I'll see you guys in the next year. Dominic Kubalik also accepts a contract. Didn't even know I offered him one. Year 2 is here. The team, we missed out on a lot of players in the offseason, but I think we still have a pretty decent team as long as everyone can keep playing as they played last year. So first line, we got Alex DeBrincat up to a 90 overall, Kirby Doc up to an 85, and Patty Kane actually moves up to a 92 overall playing for that first line. Second line, we got Brandon Hagel, Hunter Gibbons, so hopefully he can be just as good as he was last year, and Alexander Nylander. Then we got Brandon Rust. He's gonna kill me. Brian Rust. How many times am I gonna call this guy Brandon Rust? Brian Rust, Tage Thompson, and Adam Gaudette, then Kurashov, Dylan Strome, and Kubalik. Honestly, a -3 is a little bit rough down there. Can we do anything? Honestly, I'm gonna bring Strome up. I think I'm going to bring Strome up here. Let me see Tage Thompson. Yeah, I'm going to bring Strome up just because that -3 is a little bit tough. And then defensively, Caleb Jones, Seth Jones, Ian Mitchell, Jake McCabe, Bodine, and then Connor Murphy. And then in the cage, we have Marc-Andre Fleury. Again, we need some moves. We need to make some moves, but let's see the trade value now. So there's a couple players who actually have some pretty good trade value, like Kurashev, who's playing on our fourth line. So maybe we can move Kurashev. I'm going to see if I can find a deal with Kurashev. I think that would be a good move for us. And even Brandon Hagel. He's got decent trade value. So I'm going to take a look there, and I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm going to try swinging a pretty big deal here. So Kurashev, Jake McCabe, Taj Bertuzzi, Steinborg, and a third-round pick from Matachuk and Valimaki. Will it go through? Trade accepted. So we made a pretty big move there. A pretty big move. We're able to get Matty to Chuck on the team, which is honestly going to be pretty good for that second line. So he's going to put Gibbons and Nylander. So hopefully that can really elevate that second line. Now I think we can move Brandon Hagel for a better player because his potential bottom top 6, 82 overall. I mean, I feel like we can get for his trade value is someone pretty decent. So I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to try trading here Tage Thompson and a second for Dawson Mercer. I think it'll get it done. A little bit of an overkill. Trade rejected. So we'll give him 2 seconds. Make it really fair. There he goes. Trade accepted. So I also traded Hagel for Tomasino of the Nashville Predators. So we made a couple big moves here, moving on from some key players that were on the roster last year. But I think this Gibbons guy is really going to be our future, and hopefully we can really work him. And the last move I want to make is try trading Forsmark because he's just not going to be ready in time, unfortunately. I would love to have him on the team, but he won't be ready in time. Who can we make this deal with? I'm going to keep looking around and see kind of if we can scout out any players, and I might just go Artem Zub. Artem Zub kind of looks like the best one, or Jake Sanderson wouldn't be a bad move, but I don't think we have enough draft capital to get him. Shane Pinto, defense sucks. Brandstrom, another good option. What about Brandstrom or Lassie Thompson? Brandstrom, not a superstar X Factor, but Lassie Thompson actually might be able to get this deal to go through. So let's see if that goes through. Trade rejected. Okay. We might be able to get this to go through. We'll add on our whatever picks. Don't really care about them. Not going to use those. So we got Lassie Thompson as well. So I think we made a couple of good moves here. I'm going to go check out the rosters, edit the lines, and I'll find you when I'm ready. We're going for it now. Brandon, whatever rust you want to be. We're going to try trading him to Montreal for Cole Caulfield. So let's see if we're able to get this done. We're offering a first and a second. I don't mind offering our first for this as well. Trade accepted. So we have Cole Caulfield now, and now we're ready to go into this new year. All right, the year number 2 team looks absolutely different than year number 1. We made a couple of crazy trades here. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt. I feel like we got better, but NHL simulation, you never know how it goes. So that first line stays the exact same, but second line now, we got Matt Tkachuk, Hunter Gibbons, and Cole Caulfield. Third line, we got Ely Tolvanainen, Dylan Strome, and Dawson Mercer. So big upgrades on that third line and second line. And then fourth line, Kubalik, Gaudette, and Alexander Nylander. So pretty good there. Defensively, we're still working on it here. We got some better pieces with Valimaki and Lassie Thompson, but we're going to be going Seth Jones, Valimaki, Lassie Thompson, Connor Murphy, Caleb Jones, and Nicholas Bodine. Going to keep it the way it is, and then make sure special teams. I just want to make sure that, we need Cole Caulfield out here. Cole Caulfield will go right here. Boom, boom. And we will actually have him playing. I think we want to have him. Actually, we want to keep that +3. Bring Tkachuk down. Tkachuk can come down. That's completely fine. And Cole Caulfield, get him on that one-timer side. Oh, he shoots right. Put him there. Okay, so the rest of that is looking all good to go for me. Gaudette, Tkachuk, Nylander. Boom. Can I put someone better than Gaudette in the middle here? Could I do that? Left wing, DeBrincat, Tolvanen. Is Tolvanen playing on the power play? Oh, he is. Okay, he's on defense. And then right wing, Dawson Mercer. Got to put Dawson Mercer in there. What are we thinking? So Dawson Mercer, anyone can take center faceoffs here. Tkachuk can probably take faceoffs. 65, 66, 60, 59, 65. All right, well, Tkachuk, you got the middle there, buddy. But that's going to be the team. We made some crazy moves, so I'm going to simulate the year. We'll see how it works out for us, if it bites us in the butt or not. But hopefully we can be back in the playoffs. After a rough start to the year where we were 2-9, we end up making the playoffs once again, 45, 25, and 12. I think those 12 overtime losses definitely helped us out in the standing. But in round number 1 this year, we have the Nashville Predators. Patrick Kane leads the way, by the way. But we actually win the division with 102 points. And it looks like we'll be playing Nashville, who had 95. So a good team in their own right. Goals for per game, they do not score a lot. We score a decent amount. The best in our division. So love to see that. Goals against per game, pretty good too on our end. Power play percentage, 19%. Second best in our division. Penalty kill, are hovering around that 80%. Not our best work, but could be worse. Home ice really good. Last 10, once again coming in hot. 8-1-1. So leading the way, we had Patty Kane and DeBrincat and Kirby Dach all going hard once again. Second line, Hunter Gibbons keeps it up. 85 overall now, 74 points. Cole Caulfield, not the greatest year, unfortunately. Only 56 points. We might have to find a better second line winger, but we can test out some different things. Even Dawson Mercer might be a good position for there. Seth Jones, 55 points. Tolvanen, 44. Nylander, 35. Dylan Strome, and all the others. So overall, pretty good year, I would say, for the boys. Especially the start. Holy God, McDavid had 133 points. That's the most I've ever seen. I think that's the most I've ever seen in a simulation. 75 helpers, almost 60 goals. Draisaitl right there, Panarin, Sidney Crosby. Normally don't see him too high in these standings anymore. Mitch Marner, Patty Laine, there's Patrick Kane, the man, the myth, the legend. Who got the most game-winning goals? Who's the clutchest? Nathan McKinnon. Good for him. But let's get into this playoff series. We got Nashville, who we actually made a couple trades with. We traded, I think, Brandon Hagel to their team. Let me go take a look at their team. I got to. It's going to bother me if I don't. So the Nashville Predators. Nashville. And there it is, Hagel, 44 points. So not bad. Not bad for Hagel. He had 39 for us last year, 44. His trade value is really high, even though his potential and his overall is not the highest, which is kind of interesting, but we will have a battle here. Tolvanen versus Brandon Hagel. Let's get it going. Let's get it cracking. So let's simulate the first couple of games. So tied 1-1 after 2. High-scoring series so far. In Game 3, we take it 4-1. Game number 4, can we get a stranglehold? We do not, and we're in a best-of-3 now. Game 5, win in overtime. That's a big game here. And game number 6, on the road, but we can take out the Nashville Predators in round number 1 right here. Can we get it done? First period, 3-1 in favor of the Predators. We get a goal from Hunter Gibbons, but they get Granlund, Duchesne, and Cody Glass. Second period, power play goal to make it closer. A 3-2 game. Come on, boys. We do not want to go to a game number 7 here. Huge penalty kill, but Ryan Johansson scores as soon as the penalty expires, as they have a 2-goal lead over the Chicago Blackhawks now. Can we get a goal 5-minute mark? It's looking like we're going to game number 7 here, boys. Game 7, Chicago versus Nashville. We do have home ice advantage, which is very, very, very good. And here it is. Here it is. I don't want to say anything. I'm just going. Ugh. That's all I got to say. Game 7, we fall to the goddarn Nashville Predators. Hunter Gibbons, again, 9 points. He's becoming our best player, it seems like. That free agency signing was probably the best thing I could have ever done with this franchise rebuild. But we got 1 more year now, and we got to make it count here. We do not have our first-round pick. We traded Cole Caulfield. So we might move on from Cole Caulfield. I don't know if he's the best second liner. I was trying to hope that we can get that sniper combination there. But we're gonna see it move around and maybe make some moves here. But let's view retired players. Hopefully Marc-Andre Fleury is still here. That's the most important thing. He is. Okay, good. Because Marc-Andre Fleury is definitely probably what's leading us to these playoff runs, if I'm being honest. So NHL entry draft, the Toronto Maple Leafs do win the Stanley Cup here. Buffalo with the first pick. They go Matvei Michkov, second pick Connor Bedard. Wow. Michkov gets the first round selection. We do have a first round pick here. So what can we get here? Might just go with the defenseman. We have good forwards, so they're both. God dang. Who do they want us to go? Suter? Let's just go Suter. We'll go Suter here. Who's the other guy? Top 4. The other guy. Let's see. I think that's the other guy. So Suter was definitely the better pick. Thank God I chose him. Let's simulate to the next round. We have no more picks here, so let's simulate to the entire draft, and that is going to be that. We might end up trading Suter away, but, you got to make some moves. You got to make some moves. If we want to win the cup, we got to make some moves. I don't know what our salary cap situation is going to look like here. That's my only concern. Okay, $27 million. We need to bring DeBrincat. We need to bring Kane. We need to bring Hunter Gibbons. So 3 really good players. So let's start with Patrick Kane because he's not a restricted free agent. 1 year. Okay, we're going to go 1 year on him. And we'll go $8 million. So it's actually cheaper than what we were paying him before. So I do like to see that. DeBrincat's going to be expensive. Yeah, okay, DeBrincat's expensive. Gibbons is also going to be expensive. Gibbons is reasonable, to be honest. I think you should give him 1 year. It's only 1 year left in this. So might as well save the money where we can. 5.57. Anyone else here? Valimaki, definitely want to bring that back too. Again, 1 year left. Save a couple hundred thousand where you can. Anyone else here? So I probably should trade Connor Murphy. Dominic Kubalik didn't really play for us, so I'm going to kind of let him go. Bodine would like to bring back. Again, on a nice contract, so don't worry about that. We can bring two-way. Can bring Mitchell back if it's two-way. Jujar Kara hasn't played a game for us so far. Regula, we can bring back. He'll be on a two-way deal as well. Paul Byron, don't want. Anyone else here? Brett Connolly, don't want him either. Barrett, no. All right. From Delorme, Zach Sillinger. Suter, we will sign Suter here. Right, don't want. So I think we got everyone that we want except for one of our guys, which is DeBrincat. Anyone here we need to bring back? I'll try bringing back Huso, just because he's so cheap. Might as well get that done. And then DeBrincat. Okay, so DeBrincat, let's make a deal here, buddy. 1 year, 9.7. What do you say? Okay, so Valimaki we need to offer. Kane is back. DeBrincat is back. Hunter Gibbons is back. Okay, so we just need Valimaki. That's the only one we're missing. We have $6 million to play with here, so I will bring back Valimaki on a 1 year deal again. 1 year, and we'll offer him $4 million. So $4 million for Valimaki, and let's advance, and there it is. So Valimaki is back on the squad. We got everyone re-signed that we need, and now it's similar to free agency. We might have to clear up some cap space. That's my only thing. We might have to, but we will see, depending on who's available in free agency. So free agency, what do we got here? What do we got? David Pasternak. I mean, that would be nice. Matt Barzal would be even better. Any way that we can get Matt Barzal, he'd be a perfect first line center. He's kind of the only guy who's really sticking out, if I'm being honest. Matt Barzal. Matt Barzal is definitely my top pick right now, if I'm being honest here. Sorelli. I need a defenseman too. I think I need a defenseman. Artem Zub. Lars Eller, Sherrod. Okay, let's go all defensemen. Sergachev. Hayek. Hayek's restricted. Oh, unrestricted. Okay. Hayek can definitely play for our team, I think. 3 years, and we'll go $3 million. And then we're going to try trading for Matt Barzal. So if we go here, propose trade, I think we can get Matt Barzal on the team. We'll have to find a way to offer him a deal, but I think we can get Matt Barzal. The New York Islanders. So Matt Barzal's trade value should be down because he isn't signed. I'll keep Cole Caulfield. Wow, he's got a big contract, Cole Caulfield. Damn. To Chuck, Doc, Mercer, Valimaki, Lassie Thompson. We can trade Suter, the guy we just drafted. And then, what else should we do? If we're trying to get him, we should probably get rid of a roster player. And I think Strome, to be honest. Sillinger. Or Stringers, not Sillinger. And now let's go second and a third. Trade rejected. Okay. We have the pieces. What do you mean trade rejected? This is as good as a trade you're going to get. You're not even going to sign him. You know what? I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to wait till the new season and try trading for him then when he doesn't have a contract. So we'll see. Hayek is also on the team, so that helps our defensive core out a lot. We have made one final trade, and it's going to be Tim Stützle to the Chicago Blackhawks for Alexander Nylander, 2 first-round picks, and 2 prospects. We gave up a lot because to make that trade go through, you have to give up a lot. It's kind of how it goes. So Tim Stützle is now on the team. I'm going to edit the rosters, and I'll be back in 1 second. All right, the final year of the Chicago Blackhawks, Cup or flop, and the forward group is looking insane. But Tim Stützle somehow is not a superstar X Factor. Don't know how. I definitely thought he was, so I made that move without looking at anything, to be honest. but he's still a pretty good player, so hopefully he can play really well on this team. So DeBrincat, Hunter Gibbons is being promoted to that first line. He's been great for us, and I expect him to continue to be great. So he is now on the first line with Patty Kane and Alex DeBrincat. Second line, we got Timmy Stu, Kirby Doc, and Goal Caulfield. I mean, I could have Tkachuk up there or Dawson Mercer. You know what? I think I want to go Dawson Mercer, actually. I feel like Cole Caulfield just has a better shot by a landslide. We're going Cole Caulfield. We're going Cole, even though it's a +3 that way. We're going Cole. Dawson Mercer, Dylan Strome, and Max Tkachuk will play at third line. Then Bjorkström, Gaudette, and Tovalainen will play the fourth line. Defensively, Valimaki, Seth Jones, Lassie Thompson, Bodine, Hayjack, and Caleb Jones. And then in the nets, Marc-Andre Fleury down to an 82 overall, but I think he's still got what it takes. He's a superstar X Factor. So let's get into this. I think our team's stacked. If we're going to make a playoff run, this is the team that we're going to make the playoff run with. So hopefully it all works out nicely and beautifully. The first year so far has been our best year, which has been our worst team. Year number 3, can we come together and, win a cup? It's as simple as it. We got a tough game 1, Edmonton versus Chicago. First period, not what we like to see. Holloway and Connor McDavid, another one. Valimaki gets one for us. Zach Kassian. Game 1 did not go as expected, but I'm going to simulate the year, and I'll see you guys at the end. The final season coming to an end. We got a familiar team that we faced in the first round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. The Anaheim Ducks, as we finished 49, 28, and 5, kind of sliding going into the playoffs, so 4, 5, and 1. But before, we were 9 and 1, 8, 1, and 1, and we ended up losing. So maybe coming in the playoffs cold might be a little bit of a change up for us to help us get to that Stanley Cup Finals. And look at the way Hunter Gibbons leads our team in scoring there. So DeBrincat and Patty Kane take a little step back, but we do win the division once again. 3.6 goals, 4 per game, only 3.09 against. So very good year there. Power play percentage 24%, one of the best we've seen it. Penalty kill 83. So this is our year. This is it. This is our year here. Hunter Gibbons leads the way. Tim Stützle on that second line, our next best. DeBrincat, Patrick Kane really fell off this year. He's getting a little bit older, it looks like. Caulfield, thankfully, we kept him there, 70 points. Dawson Mercer, 63. Doc, Tkachuk, Strome, Seth Jones, everyone just kind of capitalizing and helping out here. So do love to see that. Let's go into the entire league. Austin Matthews, 121, 75 goals. Unreal. 75 goals. Ovechkin still going, 66 goals. He is now up to 890. So he's coming close. I think it's 896, 893, something like that he's got to break. So he'll probably end up getting that if he plays one more season. But enough with that. Let's get into the playoffs here, where we're expecting to go 4 rounds and win 16 games. Anaheim up first. 1-1. 1-1 here. Come on, boys. 2-1. Make it 3. Make it 3. Make it 3. Make it 3. There we go. Let's just take care of them now. Take care of them now. Take care of the Ducks now. I don't even want to look. I'm going to look. 1-1. Tim Stützle and Brian Rust. Or Brandon Rust, however you want to put it. Let's see if Rust is going to be the bane of our existence here. Big second period from Anaheim to make the series 3-2 now. All right. Quick sim. I'm quick simming it. Come on, boys. There it is. Round number 2, baby. Let's go. Round number 2. Who do we got? Do we have the Edmonton Oilers once again last time? We have the Winnipeg Jets this time. So they won their first series 4-2. Let's see how we play against the Jets. Up 2-0. That's huge. Game number 3. Big overtime win. We can easily be down 3-0. All 1-goal games so far. But up 3-0. Love to see that. Can't sweep them, but we should be able to close them out. Okay, lose 2 straight. Lose 3 straight. Okay, here it is. We're up 3-0. And now we're in Game 7 on home ice. Down 2-1 in the first period. Down 3-2. Don't let us get reverse swept. Thank you, Lassie Thompson. Thank you, Goal Caulfield. Up 4-3 in the third period, out shooting them 36-23. Please hold on. Power play. One more goal. Come on. Nikolai Ehlers ties it up. Oh, man. Quick sim. Tolvanen, let's go. Shorthanded goal. 10 minutes left in the period, and we survive an absolute collapse as we're going to advance to the third round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, where we play the team that took us out in round number 1, the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid's been lighting it up, and they just have our number. Up 2-0 so far. Big game here. We do win that. Okay, so that's a big game. Game number 4. This is a big game. Either go down 3-1 or tie it up at 2-2. First period, don't like to see that. Second period, we get 3. Thankfully, they get 2, but we get 3. Another shorthanded goal for us. All right. There we go. Big start there. Big start. 5-4 now. We do not want to go down 3-1. Power play. Can we capitalize? Unable to capitalize so far. 10 minutes left in the game. Down by a goal still. Come on, boys. 3 minutes. Patty Kane, please. Someone. Come on. Oh, that's a big loss. The Edmonton Oilers, they just have our number. DeBrincat puts up a hat trick, but not enough. And just like last time, down 3-1. Last time we lost in 5. Can we flip the switch? Come back and win 3 straight games here. I'm going to quick sims. There it is. That's a big one. I saw Hunter Gibbons scored. Patrick Kane 4 points. Hunter Gibbons 3 points. So a big game from our top line there. Game number 6. We have home ice advantage in game 6, I think. Home ice advantage, right? Are we on the right side? We are on the right side. So home ice advantage in game 6. Come on. Another one. Keep it going. Oh, that's tough. Comes down to this. Out shooting them 31-18. Down 2-0. Edmonton has been our kryptonite. A penalty kill. We're able to kill it off, but we need 2 goals in 6 minutes. It's not looking like it. Patrick Kane scores, but Connor McDavid answers back right away 30 seconds later, and that might just be the dagger, and it is, as the Chicago Blackhawks once again fall to the Edmonton Oilers. We just can't beat Edmonton. It's just how it is. Just can't beat Edmonton. Let's see if they go on to win the Stanley Cup. Hunter Gibbons, they do. So Edmonton was honestly our kryptonite in this franchise rebuild. It's just, that's how it turned out to be. Nothing we can do about it. Edmonton, much respect. I hate you guys. But let's take a look at the awards for the 3 years. So Washington, Toronto, Edmonton, Stanley Cup champions, President's Trophy, Rangers, Florida, and Toronto. Edmonton made the finals in year number 1, 2. They just didn't win the cup. So it looks like it was Edmonton versus Tampa Bay. Individual awards, Matthews, McDavid, clear up for most of that. Adam Fox and Shea Theodore, Panarin, Kucherov. We did not get it. It was Trevor Zegras, unfortunately, instead of Hunter Gibbons. Conn Smythe goes to Ovi, Tavares, and Leon Draisaitl. Thatcher Demko with the Vezina. None of our players I'm seeing has won anything, unfortunately. Coach of the year, I don't even know who our coach is. Ale Selke, makes sense. And Ted Lindsay. 2, Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid. Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid. Makes sense. It makes sense, but unfortunately, the Chicago Blackhawks, I think we put together a pretty damn good team. If we look at our team, it doesn't really show us, It doesn't really show us, but we put together a really good team, and I'm okay with it. Unfortunately, can't get past the third round versus Edmonton the final year, but in this episode, it's a flop. Thank you for watching.